And then I found out that she ended up getting a BBL. So
she a good girl, but the baddest. And whoever tell you different, they was capping. I know whoever slept on you couldn't manage. That's cause you inside a different type of bag.
hey loves, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Michelle Gabrielle. Today I'm going to be sharing 6 mistakes that I made in my fitness journey. I really want to share this because these are things that I really wish I would have known before I started my fitness journey, and I feel like it would have helped me so much and saved me so much time and so much back and forth. Hopefully you guys will like this video. Before you watch, make sure you hit that subscribe button. So stop. Did you subscribe? Hit that subscribe button. Thank y'all so much, and let's get straight into it. So number 1, the top thing on my list is not eating enough. I know when you hear losing weight and starting your weight loss journey, the thing that comes to people's mind instantly is to stop eating, which is not a healthy mindset. Yes, you should be in a caloric deficit, but you should not be eating and feeding yourself. One, does that not only start unhealthy eating habits, but it also made me very tired all the time. I was very sluggish, I had no energy, and ultimately I was miserable. Like, who wants to not eat and just starve themselves? So that was my number 1 mistake I made, was thinking that, oh, because I need to lose weight, I just need to stop eating and just restrict myself so much. Looking back, it just made things very terrible and very miserable. Number 2 would be all these like fad diets. I hope I'm saying that right. Is it FAB, fad diets? But things like the water fasting, the juicing, well, I think I probably did smoothies, like smoothies only liquids. And what I just realized is that, yes, that will help you for a short period of time, but long term, that is just not going to work. There's really no shortcuts in losing weight. I say it all the time, but it just really has to be a lifestyle. It really has to be a lifestyle transition. Yes, those diets may help you fit into like that dress for that event or make you look good for your birthday or whatever, but it's really not going to deal with the root. Most of the time you end up gaining the weight back and even more. It's just really not worth it. Yes, it's annoying for it to take so long to reach your goals, but it pays off in the long run. Number 3 that I would say would be a mistake in my fitness journey was having cheat days / binge days. I know this is really popular. I don't know if it's as popular as it was when I first started my fitness journey, but I know it's very popular for people to be on a strict diet throughout the week, and then on that one weekend day they have like a cheat day, or even like once in a month. Why I don't really agree with that mentality is because, again, it's not really dealing with the root. I will use me for example. During those binge days, those cheat days, I'll be over consuming like a whole bunch of sugary, high carbs food in one sitting. So it didn't really deal with the fact that I had an issue with overconsumption with sugar. Like I was saying in my original fitness journey video, just having that sugar addiction, it didn't really deal with that issue. And also it doesn't really help you with the balance of having those sugary foods every once in a while, and like learning that there's really no such thing as bad, good food, you know. It just gives you the very strict mentality of, oh, this is the time I can indulge in like bad food. Also, it doesn't really deal with the issue of learning when you're full. One big goal for me, besides like getting to my weight loss goal, was practicing mindful eating. I can realize when I'm full. I can realize when I had enough. That was something that was really important to me. So binging just didn't correlate with that. Number 4 for the mistakes that I made during my fitness journey would be comparing my body to other people's. In the beginning, I definitely had like a bunch of body goals, a bunch of people who I inspired to look like. But the truth of the matter is that your body is only going to look like your body. As much as you try doing somebody else's workouts, doing somebody else's meal plan, everybody's body is different, so you're never going to get the same exact results. Also, when you're doing the same thing as them and you're not seeing the same results as them, it also can make you feel bad, because it's like, why? I'm doing the same exact thing they're doing, so why am I not achieving those same results? Also, you really do have to be wary, because everybody telling their story on these platforms, they're not being completely honest. For example, one person that we really had the same body types, and I saw like her weight loss journey, I aspired to kind of sort of look like her. I think as I went on in my fitness journey, I didn't as much, but it was just like, oh yeah, I'll probably end up looking more like her. And then I found out that she ended up getting a BBL. So it's like, not everybody's being honest with their journey. Not everybody is telling you the full truth of how they got to where they got. So it's just important to compare your beginning results to your now results, and compare your body with your own body. Like, that's the most realistic. Yes, you can have certain goals and certain desires of, like, maybe you want a flatter stomach, you want thicker thighs, you want a more defined biceps, all those things, but you can never look exactly like somebody else. Everybody's body carries weight differently, so you never really know exactly how you're going to end up looking, how certain workouts would interact with your body, and how certain foods will interact with your body and change your body. You really just never know, and it's important to just be more content with what you have and realistic goals with your body structure and genetics. And number 5 for mistakes I made, which is something that I'm currently learning now, is overtraining and not getting enough sleep. I feel like sometimes when we have so much ambition to get to where we want to get, that we really deny what our body really needs. If you're planning on losing weight or just being in the fitness journey at all, your body needs to rest. Overtraining and killing your muscles day in, day out is really not going to get you where you want to get, and it's really not sustainable. It's really important to have those rest days for your body to heal itself, for your muscles to really recover, and just so that you won't feel so drained and so exhausted and be in so much pain all the time, you know? Sleep is also very, very important for weight loss, which a lot of people aren't aware of, but you definitely need to make sure you're getting enough sleep for your body to recover and to function properly. Overtraining for me just made me hold a lot of excess weight and just be so bloated and so swollen. My goal was never to be like, you know, swole or anything. So now that I'm learning not to overtrain as much, I'm really seeing a difference in how my body is looking. It's definitely like more slimming out, and I just don't look so swollen. There'll be times where I'll be working out and I'm just like, why are my pants so tight still? And it was just because my body was just so swollen. Like, why are my clothes so tight? Because I'm just overtraining and putting it through so much stress and not having an adequate amount of time for recovery. 6, the very last mistake I made would definitely be not eating enough protein or carbs. Sometimes when we think about weight loss, we're just thinking, oh, I need to be eating vegetables and fruits, all salads, that's all that I need to eat, you know? You really need your full circle of foods. You need your fats, you need your proteins, you need your carbs, you need everything to work together so that your food can properly digest and for you to get the adequate nutrients you need for your body to function properly. Carbs are really important for digesting your food and giving you energy, and protein is really important for you to see that muscle growth while you're training. If you don't have access to a nutritionist, try to go into one of the calculators to figure out how much protein do I need to be consuming, how many carbs do I need to be consuming, how much fats do I need to be consuming on a day-to-day basis, so that you're not restricting important macronutrients in your diet. And one last thing that I want to share, which is just a tip for all my anxious people, because I feel like I can get very anxious about my body. Even when I was younger, I just was never really all that content with what my body looks like. So going into like my fitness journey and the fact that you can see yourself in the mirror, but you can never really see how people view you. So hearing comments like, oh, I'm getting too small, or I'm starving myself, or just things that can be semi-negative can get me really anxious at times. A very important tip is don't allow for other people's opinions and what other people have to say about your fitness journey really get to you, because you're the only one who knows what's actually going on. You're the one with yourself 24 hours, so you know how much you're eating, you know how much you're exercising. It's important to not let those voices get to you, especially when this is becoming a lifestyle thing. When I was overweight and overeating, I could sit there and eat a whole pack of Oreos, like a full pack of Oreos in one sitting. I can sit there and eat a whole pint of ice cream in one sitting. So the fact that I'm not doing that anymore and my eating habits have changed and I don't do that anymore, of course, like, I'm going to continue to lose weight and slim down because those aren't my eating habits anymore. And combining that with exercising, I'm going to continue to lose weight for my body to naturally go to what size it's supposed to be at, you know? And I'm not only exercising just for weight loss or for aesthetic reason, but I'm exercising because I genuinely like it. It's good for your body and for health reasons. fitness. And then on top of that, I'm an exercise science major. I go to school to learn about exercise, to learn about nutrition, to learn about working out. So of course I'm going to implement those things into my daily life too. You know what's best for you, and you know what's actually going on for you. Just stop and think before you have that moment of anxiety to ask yourself, are you actually starving yourself? Are you actually overtraining? What is the recommended body size for someone your age and your height? For me, as a 5'6", 23-year-old, the recommended weight is from 118 to 148, and I'm still a little bit over that. Of course, it varies because BMI is not considerate of also Black women too, to a certain extent. But I know that as long as I'm not way past the minimum, that I'm straight, you know? And last, being a Black woman and just so much projection on us to always be thick. Like, I've been thick my entire life. I could show y'all a baby picture of when I was 4 and my thighs were huge. But everybody to just project and just think that I want to be thick just because a lot of us want to be thick. Like, I'm okay with not being as thick as I was before, you know? Like, I'm okay being on the slim side. I've experienced thickness. So even just that, like taking that into consideration, asking, are you really what people are saying that you are? Because you know yourself best, and you know to be like, that's not even true, you know? That's not even the case, you know? So those are my tips, the 6 mistakes I made during my weight loss journey. I really hope you guys liked this video. Let me know what you would like to see next. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you follow me on my Instagram. Like I said, I've been posting like my workouts, things that I eat on my highlights, and more frequent updates on my fitness journey. So make sure you follow me on there. But bye y'all. See you in the next video. Mwah.